Hello, hello, good people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this from. My name is Audrey Ashley Oduor. I'm a high school teacher of English language and literature. Well, welcome back. If you are a new person on this account, please remember to hit the subscribe button below. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for supporting us all the way up. Well, today I'm not going to take much of your time, but rather I'm going to just talk about a few benefits that we get when you teach in an international school and abroad. So, the first one and the most exciting thing is the salary. Of course, I have to talk about the salary. Well, most international schools abroad would always try to offer a better and competitive salary compared to whatever you would be receiving back at home. And some countries, like in Middle East, it's tax free. So whatever you're negotiating over, it's something that is your net salary. That is what you get. However, other schools that have tax, uh, the gross salary, of course, again, it has to be way better than whatever you're earning in your home country. And once you get your net salary after the tax, at least it's something that will be able to take care of bills. Number two, tuition for kids. Most international schools will actually provide free tuition for kids up to two, sometimes up to three. However, some schools would give you probably a discount, like a 50% discount or a 60% discount, or alternatively, you could be told to pay a stipend, which sometimes could be like 1% or 2% of the entire school fees. The beauty about this is you get to monitor your kids with you. You can attend their events. If they are in the same school as you could get to see how they're progressing every day. And most schools would offer between the age of 2 to 18 years. So your kid also gets to do the same curriculum that you're teaching. Number three, comprehensive medical insurance. Now, with this, you'll find that most international schools, again, would give a comprehensive health insurance that is things to do with even dental, eyesight, in cases of illness or any injuries that you encounter. The comprehensive insurance can take care of that. Some schools also give the comprehensive insurance has also things to do like with travel insurance. So if you're traveling from one country to another country, it also covers that. Number four, housing allowance. Oh, they provide housing for you. Now, with housing allowance, it also depends with the school and if you're a single person or you're with your family or you're with your kids, a single person and with kids or single person with family, whichever. So some schools would actually give you a 2-bedroom, a 3-bedroom house, and you'd pay for utilities. Other schools would provide housing for you and would also pay utilities for you. However, you find that some school will just give you an allowance, like this is your house allowance, and then you have to find something that is suitable for you. But again, they would always consider if you're moving in with your family or you're moving in independently. Beautiful, right? And then the fifth one, that is travel allowance, or sometimes they buy you a return ticket. So most schools would offer to just give you a return ticket annually, like once in a year during summer break. Some schools will just give you a travel allowance that is, you can use it, you can spend it within an entire academic year. But what you do is you pay for your tickets and then you come back for reimbursement. And it should serve the purpose of you being able to travel with your family, or you being able to travel independently. Another interesting thing is relocation allowance. If it's the first time you're moving to that country, a school would provide relocation allowance for you, or they would provide just a ticket for you to fly in with your family, or if you're flying in alone. Again, these some schools could also give you some benefits in terms of shipping allowance, and some schools don't provide that. So it depends with whatever airline you're flying with. If you're able to carry your luggages within maybe 46 kilos, works for you. The other interesting thing also is a family visa. I think I've talked about family a couple of times. You find some schools will provide, if your spouse is also a teacher, they can also employ your spouse. And if your spouse is not a teacher, they can be able to provide a family visa for him or her, and then also a family visa for your kids. So at least you'll be able to relocate with your spouse and your kids. And also with this in mind, remember they're the ones who are facilitating the visa. So if your visa goes through and they also facilitate the family visa, then you're able to stay with your family. You don't need to think and worry so much about them. A good example is I stay with my kid. So it's a bit much easier for me because she's here with me. Number 8, vacation. How can I fail to talk about this? So most schools will always give you we have 3 semesters and or 3 terms, and in between we have midterm break, and then we have a break before transitioning to another term. So some schools will give you off on these days. Other schools will tell you, no, you're just getting your 45 days or 60 days at the end of the academic year. So it varies within schools. But what I know is even if you're not traveling out of the country, at least you have these days off. Or you'd still be working, but the kids will not be there in school. And the last one that I can't fail to mention is the appraisal allowance. This one happens at the beginning of the next academic year. If you've been in a school for a year and you have completed 1 year, of course, they have observed your classes, they have seen your input in terms of teaching, in terms of co-curricular activities, in terms of leadership. You have to fill in an appraisal form, and then some schools would actually give you an allowance based on how far you've performed, based on also the appraisal comments and feedback. So if you're somebody who's still considering moving abroad, probably you might want to move abroad and start teaching. There are a lot of challenges that you actually have to face. But they shape us, they modify us, they make us be who we are today. And maybe in my next video, I could be addressing issues to do with the challenges that most teachers face abroad. And probably you could share with me if you know of anything, share this with any educators, and they could probably leave a comment below this video to just share with me the kind of challenges that educators or teachers face teaching abroad. And that is it. Thanks for your time. See you next time, and toodles. Bye-bye.